All right. You also call Red Bull games here.
Yeah.
Tonight against Houston, MSG Plus. The game starts at 9. You'll be on the call. Red Bull's about halfway through the season. Give us a big picture view of where they are right now.
They're not going to finish the regular season where they were last year for the simple reason that they set a record for points in a single season last year with 71. At the halfway mark, they're on pace for 54. That's still fine enough to get them to the postseason. And the playoffs are different this year. It's single elimination in Major League Soccer. So you could say there's more of a premium actually this year on finishing higher in the standings. They've been an incomplete project to this point. They haven't had their whole team together except for a smidgen of games. We're going to get that, I think, for a good part of the second half of the season.
There's a lot going on in the soccer world. Of course, the World Cup, the women on their way to the final for the third straight year, and they're able to advance without Megan Rapinoe as they beat England 2-1.
Yeah, and now Rapinoe's status suddenly becomes a very big story for the final on Sunday. That's one element. Rapinoe and Alex Morgan have become, I guess, the faces of this team, and I think we all should have expected that going into this Women's World Cup. One is a celebrated goal scorer, one is a magnetic personality, and the media does gravitate to Megan Rapinoe. She makes the team better. She says she's going to be well for the final. She said it's a minor hamstring strain. I'm going to be ready to go. But if it was minor, if it was that minor, does she wake up in Lyon, France yesterday not being able and ready to play in an elimination game? She didn't even warm up. So, you know, right away the red flag enters my mind when you say it is minor. I think this is a story that's closely something to watch. If she doesn't go, Kristen Press, who played very well in the semifinals, probably gets to start again.
All right, and a big sequence, 84th minute, U.S. up 2-1, and they get a save on a penalty shot.
Alyssa Nair is the goalkeeper, and a lot of people looked at her as the potential weak link on this team. And obviously that rubbed a lot of feathers, and it got a lot of people twisted on the U.S. national team. Truth be told here, Bill, it's not a great save. It's an abysmal penalty attempt taken here by the English player Houghton. But this is how you make a legacy as a goalkeeper. You make stops in the biggest moments. That wasn't her biggest save of the game, in my opinion. Her biggest save of the game came against Kira Walsh in the first half of the game when the United States was settling in, and she makes a stop that could have tied the game for England but did not. She has big shoes to fill. Hope Solo left this game as one of the best, if not the best, women's goalkeeper of all time. Brianna Scurry won the World Cup with the United States back in 1999. That is soccer goalkeeping royalty. She follows in those shoes. She had her moment now. That'll give her confidence for the final on Sunday.
Now, you touched on the Rapinoe injury. Rose Lavelle, who has played really well, also left the game with an injury.
Yeah, this is a big one to watch, and I'll make the case that Lavelle missing the game would be more damaging for the United States on Sunday than a Rapinoe absence would be in the final. Rose Lavelle, clearly for me, even though Morgan and Rapinoe became the big personalities of the group stage, clearly Rose Lavelle for me was the best United States player in the group stage, and yesterday you saw the nutmeg a few minutes ago. She was the best player in the first half, I thought, by far for the United States. And then the injury happens. It's a hamstring.
Very hard to tell.
And look, they do the right thing. They get her out of there as soon as they possibly can. The midfield of this team is so important to their success. I think it's the best thing it has going for them. Lavelle, to me, has been the best of the midfield. Jill Ellis and the United States, technically, have won 16 consecutive World Cup games, remarkably, going back to 2011. The loss in the 15 final to Japan, that was on penalty kicks, so technically it doesn't even count as a loss. You get where I'm going. Nobody's able to beat them in a 90 or 120-minute match now over the course of the last 3 World Cup cycles. This is not insignificant. I don't even think Jill Ellis has started her best lineup yet in this World Cup. She's had Julie Ertz in the midfield. I think they're better with Julie Ertz as a center back. Something to watch as we get ready for the final on Sunday.
For more great videos from the MSG 150, check out right there. And remember, our show is on Monday through Thursday, 8 to 10:30 p.m. on MSG Network and MSG Go.